Pennsylvania. How y'all doing? How's it going? So I'll catch a few people off guard by having this broadcast at this time, so my apologies for that. Also apologies for the reflection in the glasses there. Going to need them to read here in just a moment, or just to see the screen. Yeah, exciting news. Always every day. It never ends. Always something new. South Africa, the MK party is apparently filed criminal charges accusing high treason for the AfriForum Solidarity delegation that came to the United States. Unfortunately for them, there is no crime that's been committed, so we'll see what happens. If anybody's out there, we start building an audience here. Oh, there we go. All right, good. Good to see somebody's there. Thank you, Jan, for being there. Appreciate that. If any mods show up, please put the word out. Put the link to this stream, because I didn't have a chance to set it up. Had to spend the morning setting back up on networks. It's been too long since I've been in here, so I had to get back up on the networks. I've been busy doing that this morning. So hello, Alta. How's it going? And this is not the most comfortable seat here in the car, or comfortable spot, and I'm kind of itchy here, so we'll make the most of it. Yes, Crypto Noob, we are live. That's right. Live and in living color. How you guys doing out there? I hope it's well. So I'm guessing a lot of people probably watched the Tucker Carlson interview of Ernst. Chronic, how's it going? I haven't seen it, so you can tell me all about it now, because I've been inside working. Good evening, Etienne. I haven't seen it, so you can tell me all about it. Will do, sir, but everyone is watching news with colleague Creel interview with regards to treason. Oh, is he on SABC right now? He sent me the link on WhatsApp. Well, thank you, Jan, but I haven't. It comes on 8 o'clock, so it's still not time for that yet. Okay. So what time is it right now? I didn't have the time here. Let me see what time it is. It is 11:44, so that's almost 7 o'clock. Okay, well, that'll be interesting. I'm going to miss that, so I'll have to go back and watch it after the fact. Yeah, look, they've got nothing. This is just this is lawfare, just lawfare. Things Flesh, hey Flesh, how you doing there in the UK? I'm all right. Yeah, it's look, I'll be better prepared the rest of the week, but today I didn't have a chance to get in and check the news and see what's out there. The networks have been pretty spotty here for some reason. I don't know if it's Trump's cutbacks and there's not enough people not enough hamsters running the wheels for the internet here, but the internet was not moving very smoothly this morning. So anyway, but I did catch that story this morning. Hey, Johan, how's it going? I did catch this story this morning from SABC where MK Party has filed a lodged criminal complaint against the AfriForum guys for treason, high treason, but that's nonsense. They've committed no treason. They've done nothing wrong. Spring has sprung. You're sunny and warm, says Flushing. Well, it's not quite spring here yet. It's still just barely above freezing here, so not quite spring, but it's just around the corner here. So just coming up really quickly here. So Louise Rayner, how you doing there? Normally I have the phone up on the dash and I can look straight ahead, but I'm actually looking down at the center console right now. So you've got the reflection of these glasses. Plus I didn't get much sleep last night, so my eyes are a little bit off. Yeah, but anyway, so hey, from Sleepy Beepy from Vanderbilt Park, welcome to you. Hey, go say hi to my friends that live there. And Val and SCPNV is ready to go to court with it. Yeah, well, it's malicious lawsuit. It's malicious. It's lawfare. The same thing they did to Trump. They're just trying to tie these guys up in court and make them look bad. Ask yourself this, folks. Ask yourself this. Why are so many people being so dishonest about so many things related to the refugee thing and related to what's going on in South Africa? I mean, none of them have refuted have you heard one refutation of, South Africa has 100 plus racist laws. Not one person has refuted that. Ramaphosa hasn't refuted, MK hasn't refuted, nobody's refused it. So that's not a misinformation. What they're doing is the leftists are using language. Now, I don't know what Ernst Rhodes has to say, but he's not part of AfriForum or Solidarity. So whatever he says is not attributable to them. But these people are all on the left keep talking about, no land has been expropriated since 1994. Well, no one claimed the land was expropriated without compensation. The law was just put in place. And there are no mass land grabs. Well, we know that's not true. Do you think corruption might win this case? I don't know, Sleepy BB. If that would happen, there would be definitely a blowback, and it won't just be from the U.S. because it's pretty obvious what's going on here. So, anyway, turn me off my mark there. Where I was going? Well, somebody's got some money. It's a nice-looking Mercedes. Damn, I'm not making enough money. Hey, how's it going there, Kathleen? Yeah, so the deal is... there's no merit to this case whatsoever. The irony is that just watch anecdotes being interviewed by business. What's interesting, lots of talk about Tucker interview about to come. We must keep up the pressure. Well, so again, they haven't refuted anything. They focus on white genocide. Nobody's saying white genocide. The only people saying that is the people in the media and the left. I watched this woman, some professor from Stellenbosch, and she's talking about white genocide. You're the people who keep making this topic up. So you're trying to claim that they went to Trump and claimed there was white genocide. They never did any such thing. That is a topic that some individuals said years ago, and the media grabbed onto it and said this thing. That's never come from Afro-Reform Solidarity. I've never said it. I have said a cultural genocide of the Afrikaans language, and that's a fact. You can deny that all day long, but it's a clear attempt to squash history and crush that language. So anyway, but another SABC interview with legal expert, he even said there that land expropriation will go ahead. Well, land expropriation has been going on for years, Jan, but it's with compensation. Now it will be without compensation. That's what the issue is here. So they're distorting things. Like, well, there have been no mass confiscations. There's been no mass land grabs. Those are both lies. Just like Cyril posted, there are no farm murders. There are no farmers murdered. There are no white farmers murdered. That's a total lie. Over 4,000 people that I'm aware of, names of these people, the dates they were murdered, where they were murdered. The decline in the number of commercial farmers who haven't sold their land, they've just been murdered on their farms, and the farm has just gone fallow. Look, they can lie all they want, but it doesn't change the facts. And these guys didn't mislead. They didn't lie to anybody. They didn't distort anything. And the irony is that on their trip to the States, they asked the Trump administration not to sanction South Africa. They also asked the Trump administration not to kick South Africa out of AGOA. And quite frankly, that was a begging position because South Africa is not eligible for AGOA. It doesn't matter what Afri-Forum or what the South African government say. You're not eligible for AGOA, and you should have been removed from it, according to the law. Leaving South Africa in AGOA is a violation of law. It's not legal. It's simply not legal. They've broken the law by abrogating private property rights. Why would I watch Citizen Concern to find a view? What, is my view not good? I don't understand what you're getting at there, Tom Hawk. What are you getting at? They are panicking, Pete van der Linde, and the proof is in the pudding. They keep running with the same narrative. The problem is that they think they're dealing with somebody that's stupid. And Congress isn't stupid. There are a lot of stupid congressmen, but Congress as a body isn't stupid. And the president isn't stupid. He knows better. Eva Strieger. I understand where you're coming from. I wish they would sort this out so that I could quit fielding the same questions over and over again about refugee stuff. Sitting in a vehicle with an open door and cell phone operation, not in South Africa. That's true, Happy Days. I would have been mugged or robbed or carjacked by now. Absolutely. But remember, I'm also on a secure installation. You would prefer to be at home right now, right? Oh, I would. I also prefer, the reason the door's open, because even though it's wintertime, it's just 1 degree above freezing. The car is warm because it's a black car and the sun absorbs the heat and it's coming through, so it's warm in the cabin. They're going to open Robben Island again. For what? Hey, Yaku, what's going on? Hey, Ronaldo, what's up, man? No, okay, so James, in this case, it's not unusual to not get an update that this is live because this was an instant went live. So this happens a lot, guys. You can't blame YouTube for this one. This isn't shadow banning. It's just how things work, okay? So when you schedule a live stream less than 30 minutes before you go live, they don't notify people because it's a 30-minute. They usually don't. If you do a live stream off your phone and it's not scheduled, the same thing. So Alan says, watch the trees and words stick. Well, watch Donald Trump get involved if that happens. Or sees as well, though. I mean, I live here, but do contract work at the U.S. company. Really hard to make any money locally. Well, a lot of South Africans work for U.S. companies inside of South Africa, remote working. Yeah, APM, I know. I'm not going to compete with that. Not going to compete with that. The Constitution calls for social justice, discrimination in the past, and that land reform is constitutional necessity. Yeah, thank you, Hillbilly Skeptic, but don't bring your nonsense in here. No, confiscation of land is not necessary. There's a program in place. It's legitimate. Comes under Section 25 of the Constitution. It's called expropriation with compensation. And contrary to the lies of Ronnie Lamola, every country doesn't have expropriation without compensation. We have expropriation with compensation. It's in the Fifth Amendment. No person shall be deprived of property without just compensation. That's the Fifth Amendment. Simple as that. You can't override it. And no matter how many lies Ronnie Lamola tells Deutsche Welle, it doesn't change that. Yeah, there's that. So there's no need for expropriating land without compensating people because you have a process in place. And you can't tell me the government can't acquire land because the government has acquired 3.9 million hectares of land. No, I do understand hillbilly skeptic. I do. And I've read the section to you. You've refused to believe it. It says just and equitable compensation. Simple as that. Very simple. Yep. Very simple. So anyway, yeah. So the bottom line is that there's no need for it. There's no need for it. So you have no need to confiscate land. You have the money to buy the land. You've bought 3.9 million hectares. What have you done with it? Also, the lies being told. Ronnie Lamola told Deutsche Welle that whites own 80% of the land. He's a fucking liar. He's a liar. White South Africans in 2017, 7 years ago, according to the government's data, there were 114 million hectares of land in South Africa. 93 million of that is privately held. The rest, 21%, is in the hands of the government. So they own 1/5 of the land. Of the 93 million hectares of private land, 26 million of that was agricultural holdings held by whites. So the whites own 29% of the agricultural land, not 20 or 20. Excuse me, they own 70%. I misspoke. There's 36 million hectares of agricultural holdings. 26 million belong to whites. So they own 72% of the agricultural land as identified by the government in 2017. However, that 26 million hectares is only 29% of the privately held land and only 23% of the total surface area. So there's your bottom line with that. What am I lecturing about? I'm not lecturing about anything. What are you talking about, James? Oh, you mean here at the War College? I'm not lecturing. I'm doing preparation. You think Donald Trump can announce the refugee program only after 90 days? He's the government. No, he can do it anytime he wants, Corny. Anytime he wants. Written by Noam Chomsky, but not by James. That's a good line, hillbilly skeptic. I'll give you that. Written by Noam Chomsky, not James Madison. That's good. James Madison was a pretty big figure in the United States history. Look, there's no need to. There's no need, no justification to take land without compensation. The government has land. Why don't they distribute? Why don't they give title deed to all the RDP housing and free up that billions of dollars of dead capital, give people collateral so they can borrow money and they can start businesses? Why don't they do that? What land did the million or so whites who left South Africa own? I have no idea. Neither do you, Crabtree. What kind of question is that? What does it matter? What does it matter? What about the whites who've bought land in South Africa who don't even live in South Africa? Land's available freely for sale. Anybody can buy it. Nobody's being kept from land. South Africa's become the most divided country, and I blame the ANC. I do too. Do you think one of the main reasons why Trump hasn't imposed sanctions is that it'll increase racial tensions? No, I think what he's done is he has left maneuver space for Cyril Ramaphosa, for the government to back off and stop assaulting our national interest. So he's left room there. He is not escalating it. It's the ANC's been escalating it, not Trump. Trump has put no punitive sanctions. That's another thing. The media lie. Trump does not punish South Africa. Taking away money that isn't yours, that belongs to us, is not punishing. It's simply, it's our money, so you're not getting it. And by the way, South Africa wasn't singled out. They act like South Africa was singled out, but everybody got hit by this. Okay, USAID and foreign aid have stopped all over the globe, not simply in South Africa. South Africa's had to cancel forever because of their behavior, but everybody had to cancel for this year, and it's being reevaluated for next year. So, look, it's crazy. All right, do you think, what's this? Somebody wrote something a few minutes ago. Things are heating up. Yeah, the racial rhetoric has been bad. Yoakum Fento, welcome to you. Live in the sand. How's it going from Windhoek? Okay, I'm missing a couple chat things here. Any chance U.S. force will be put on the ground if things get hairy? LSR, that's an eventuality that it's not even a consideration. Thank you for your channel. Tell me once the global refugee applications rate was after 3 months order. Okay, again, stop. Christopher, who said 3 months? Where are you getting your information from? Where are you getting information from? You're making an assumption that's not valid. That's not a fact. You're assuming that you have to wait until the 90-day period is over. That's a false assumption. Trump issued a subsequent executive order on the 7th of February. It does not indicate 90 days. It says prioritize and get back to me. So that could be a week, that could be 2 weeks, could be a month, could be 3 months, could be 5 months. We don't know. So anything can change. Trump can change his mind, but right now he said priorities to South Africans. So, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. It was 2 rand for $1, now it's 19. Yep. Yeah, Ron Poe's definitely poking the bear. I'd move, yes. What would be best place for South Africa? Teen jets and wherever you want to be. Enjoy it. Thank you for getting my name correct. I have a few Americans pronounce Storm Chaser. Welcome. Rainfall in Heidelberg. Whole tank today. Yeah, that's an interesting story. I remember telling people about that when I spoke to this pastor at Elandskral in near Rorksdrift. And he told me he'd never been to Germany. He's an ethnic German. His first language is German, and then he speaks English, Afrikaans, and Zulu. And he had all these watercolors on the wall, and there were churches. And I'm like, what are those? He goes, oh, that's churches where I've been the pastor. I said, really? I said, this is Heidelberg, and that's Heilbronn. And I looked at him. I said, because we were switching between English and German and Afrikaans in our conversation. And I said, I'm confused. I think I misunderstood you. I thought you said you'd never been to Germany. He goes, I haven't. I said, well, you said Heilbronn, and now it's cold in here. Ernst, when will be in Gordons Bay? I have not decided if and when I'm coming to South Africa, so that will not be announced until the time is appropriate. All the students are bailing now. They're done their classes for the day. The parking lot is emptying out in front of me. Yeah, and he said, no, it's that's Heilbronn and Heidelberg in South Africa. I'm like, what? Have you not followed news today? But other guys from Africa, okay, Johan Barkson, have you not been here for the last 16 minutes? I've already covered this story 4 times. Yes, I followed the news. They've already talked about it. And I'm not answering the question whether they're back or yet. That's not my place to say. But I would expect that they're back in South Africa already. Many whites have left already, largely moved themselves from land equations. Now ANC one, many whites have been over land also. But crab toes, almost nobody owns land. Almost nobody owns land. What's your take on the World Bank that wants to stop EE? Well, my take is that I'm not surprised. Who do you think influences the World Bank? The United States. We're the biggest vote holder in the World Bank, and the ANC is undermining our national security. So I'd be surprised to see the World Bank give them anything. No one knows how long the refugee program will run. Well, so I'm not to scare people, Peter, but you might not know what the program is until October, November, the way things are going. Fiona Fundevalt says, hi, Chris, safe travels, some gas money. Thank you. 150 Rand will take care of petrol for my tank. That's pretty awesome. So that's about $10 would be $1.90. So that's about $7. Yeah, that'll take care of my gas today. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Everybody's excited about the Tucker Carlson interview. Looking forward to tonight's discussion here. It's roads, Chris, for safety. Don't visit soon. I'm just scared people want to hurt you. Okay. Interview drops in 61 minutes. And then Christopher, 35 Rand. Y'all need to quit talking about my safety and where I'm going to be. That is not helpful. Okay. Drop the topic. It's going to take some time just to think. I mean, you think I haven't survived nearly being taken up by terrorists and kidnapped and assassinated at multiple occasions in my life, that I don't use good judgment about things. Just stop talking about that topic. It's not very helpful. Fiance is going to have a hard time. How you pronounce Alwyn? Alwyn? Could be Alvin, but Alwyn. Yolcom Fenter, thanks for the reply. You're welcome, Yolcom. Commies don't want anyone to land. Other SABC News anchors trying to make Cowboy look bad in propaganda. Well, they can try, but facts run contrary to their narrative. 412 people here on my mobile on a live stream. This is pretty exciting. I've had good history with the mobile when we've done it here, when I've been on the road before at this location, getting, larger audiences, but never this large. You think the program is going to happen? Yes, I do, Alisar. Why would I have any doubt that's going to happen? Trump has never gone back on an executive order. Why would he go back now? I'm an American. Call Trump and ask him to release the refugee requirements. Sure, Napoleon Dynamite. Me and 329,999,999 other people. How much the price of petrol? Well, we don't do it by liter here. We do it by gallon, and it runs anywhere from, gosh, now it's cold again. It runs anywhere from $2.80 a gallon to $4 or $5 a gallon some places. Erica, I don't recall what you sent me. I answered your message. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, so I can't answer that right now. Yes, well, not ease on BE, eliminate. But you'll notice the World Bank only wants the BEEs for international investors. They don't care about South Africans. Notice that? They said, if you want foreign direct investment, you need to ease up on this stuff because people aren't going to invest in your economy, which is true, which is what I've been telling the ANC, but they don't listen. They're hard-headed. Wish Afriform would stop taking interviews with propaganda media. We have loads of independent reporters. That's true, Charmaine. That's true. Nationalism versus globalism. U.S. South Africans aren't the most important issue on the table at the moment. We need to get it over ourselves. Exactly, Carl Brown. You're not the most important topic. You might have missed a little thing called Ukraine and Zelensky and Trump. and the budget and, boys and girls sports and all the lawsuits. Can't wait to arrive. And that's have the treason charge formally been laid? Well, according to South African Broadcasting Corporation, the MK party claims they went to a police station to file charges, but anybody can file charges against anybody in South Africa. It doesn't mean anything. They have no case. Louisa Altenbach, welcome to you. Okay, LSR. We'll be able to see the Tucker interview on YouTube, do you think? Well, it should be on his Twitter account. That's cheap. $4 a gallon? That's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. Jane Smith, hello? Why does Jane Smith have a dude's photograph there? One thing about President Trump, he is a man of his word. Yep. Yes, I get you, Bates. It is very super stressful in South Africa. Notice that about BE for investors. Yeah, that's what it is, Yaku. It's not about fixing it for South Africans. They want them. So basically, they're telling that if you screw people like Elon Musk over demanding 30% of his equity be given to someone who didn't earn it and who has no skin in the game but brings nothing to the table, then you're not going to get FDI, which is what I've been telling people for years. It's the dumbest thing ever. If you could play this racist game in South Africa, but it's quite a stupid idea to play this racist game with companies that you want to come in from internationally. Remember Cyril Ramaphosa, $100 billion in foreign direct investment. That's never happened. That was in 2018. Europeans, Canadians have not yet learned the lessons. Canada should at least know. But you think Canada would know better. And then Wilhelm Lehmann, here is more Sepetro. Not much. It's about the same, William, when you figure it out. It's about the same. I'm glad I have a very American-friendly name. You have a very friendly American name. Adrian Boswell, welcome to you. Things are heating up now. Grab your popcorn, yeah, and be careful out there. It's going to get frosty. Stay frosty. It's going to get hot. I can feel the tension, too, and I'm not even there. There you go. Jane says, what tension? Hey, how's it going there, Bushveld Boat? This pressure cooker is getting us, I think. Well, a lot of this is self-inflicted. A lot of y'all are just putting pressure on yourselves, freaking out over stuff. I think you need to just calm down. Some people do live in very dangerous areas where their lives are in jeopardy every single day, but that's not everybody. Just take a deep breath, chill, get a grip. That needs to happen. Dirk says, "Stop talking as a wish. Part of our daily life is a reality. What can so go wrong is our thought pattern. Not easy to understand, even to the average South African being behind big fences." Oh, I understand, Dirk Venner. I've been in combat. Anything can go wrong. Can be dead at any moment. One mistake, one foolish decision, one wrong turn, and your life is over, or your limbs are gone in an IED explosion. I'm well aware of it. But you don't get anything accomplished by freaking out. It doesn't accelerate the process. It doesn't decelerate the process. It doesn't change the reality on the ground. The only possible positive you can get from freaking out is that you're more alert. But you don't need to freak out to be more alert. You can be more alert without that. What genre music do you listen to when you drive? I mostly listen to talk radio now. I don't listen to music much when I'm driving. I usually listen to music when I'm at my computer, and not much lately because I've been so busy working. But I love all kinds of music. I listen to pop. I listen to hip hop. I listen to classical music. Not so much country. I like jazz, but I rarely listen to it. So currently 1% growth. We're not making money. No, you're not. So making lots of debt. Letitia says, hello, I want to thank you for all the patience, hard work. You're welcome, Letitia. It's my pleasure. Any treason charges should make after form solidarity cases stronger, exactly. So that's the stupidity. Gosh, it really heats up very fast in here. That's the stupidity of MK's position. And it's just like all the nonsense that the government keeps doing and attacking the U.S. and attacking after form solidarity. All they're doing is making Trump's case stronger. They're saying that none of this is happening. Well, if none of it's happening, then why do you have to take these actions? Why do you have to lie about things? Why do you have to have propagandists go on radio and television all the time to lie? Thank you, Franco. Hey, Reddick. Hey, Nicole. What's your opinion on treason cases? Well, Arthur, you must have tuned in late. I think there's no merit to the case whatsoever. They've not committed treason. By contrast, the ANC committed treason in the 1980s, 1970s. They ran bombing campaigns. They murdered people. They necklaced people. They lobbied foreign governments to impose sanctions in Washington and London. They did the very things and much more. They're doing the very things that they claim After Reform has done, but After Reform did it all within the confines of the law. Well, Google and Facebook might stop South Africa services. South Africa tries to fleece money out of them. They're trying to grift money from them. So, yep, it's not going to work. Hey, Hillbilly, as Ramaphosa further isolates South African economic decline, will majority pull left or right? Actually, a good question, Hillbilly Skeptic. $5 super chat. Thank you for that. Well, the majority will pull left, not right, because that's a natural inclination. People have been conditioned in South Africa. They've been conditioned to believe that the government provides for them. You're not supposed to have drive and motivation and entrepreneurialism and effort. You're just supposed to be a ward of the state, and they're going to take care of everything for you. So people are conditioned for that. So, petrol for tomorrow. Okay. Yep. Dog walkers later on. Embarrassment. Yes, it is. Jane von Renen. Thank you. Stay calm, breathe, people. Exactly. That's all I can offer. And I appreciate that people feel they're really trapped, but getting excited, hyperventilating is not going to help your situation. Do you think American companies might leave South Africa? Well, no, I don't think they're going to leave South Africa, but there is a risk here. If they keep pushing Trump, if they keep insulting America, if they keep acting against our national security interests, then Trump might very well declare sanctions, including ban, economic embargo trade, and then that's going to put all of them in a bind. Hypertension, if you ask me. Everyone is stressing themselves out. I agree, Roxy. Tomorrow's fuel. I got it. Driving through Pine Town every day for work. Statistically, it should have been hijacked at least twice last month. Well, that's not funny. Gangster rap. No, I don't like gangster rap. I like hip hop. A lot of us older guys did national service and we're taught to stay calm. Exactly. Joburg South, trust me, drugs gangs shooting there every second. Yep, that's true. Where am I going? And Nick's Stone says, thank you for what you do. It's my pleasure. And it's getting hot in here just like that, man. I can't do that. I need to shoot. Maybe I can get the window down a little bit here. Let me see.
Would want to believe it. Under Barack Obama.
Okay. There we go. Sorry to turn the car on. It's a push button thing. Takes a second there. No, I don't like heavy metal. Perry Como's not for me. Yolanda, nice to see you there. There's no positive to freaking out. Stay calm. Exactly. Wonder if there are things the FBI and CIA know of that we can comprehend. I'm sure that plenty of people know things that you don't have information on. I serve in the intelligence community, and you'd be surprised at what governments around the world know about people, and situations. They'll not leave while there's money in open markets. Big business seldom stops. Well, they'll leave in an instant play 24 if they're required to by the U.S. government. Worries like a rocking chair. It will give you something to do, but won't get you anywhere. That's a good one, Bob. Hey, Bob, Zed307. How you doing, man? Good to see you. We need to stay calm and vigilant and safe. There you go. Stressing all day will only make us... You're welcome. Thank you, Loretta. Very true, Chris. I live on a farm with some proper precautions. I normally don't feel unsafe. So no reason to start worrying before anything actually happens. That very much. Thank you very much for all the work. You're welcome, Lewis. Yeah, no, you got to be careful. Keep your spidey sense about you out there on the farm, because you know that rural areas are unsafe. The disbanding of the commando system greatly contributed to rural insecurity in South Africa, as I predicted almost 20 years ago now. Yep. And so, is this guy blind? No, he's just got weird sunglasses on. I thought this gentleman was blind walking here. He's got some weird sunglasses on. But yeah, it's one of the foreign students. Yeah, so you just got to be spicy and careful out there. That video that's circulating, I was waiting for somebody to respond to me about the maize that was all stolen in that field. I want to make something on that, but I need to know where it came from. So I'd like to know the provenance of that video. So I asked the person to send it to me to tell me where that video was from, because it's all in Afrikaans and I can't catch all of it. What's your input regards Evan Galopter had a YouTube channel disappeared? His channel did not disappear, Hannes Holzhausen. As I reported previously, his channel did not disappear. It's private. He still has a channel. He simply made his videos private. I asked him, and Evan told me that he was asked, it was suggested that he hold off sharing advice on what to do until the program is actually announced, because all that's happening right now is people are frothing at the mouth. And yeah, he's a lawyer and he doesn't want to damage his reputation, and so he's just being smart. So Evan is currently not putting more videos up, and he's made the ones he has private, but he hasn't disappeared. He's still there. Once the program is announced, he'll probably come back on. Just go to show how MK actually know F all about the law. Why is exactly convicted criminals a leader? Yep. And their member of parliament is an impeached judge. Serious double standards, exactly. You're right about that, Heather. Colonel Sanders must only pull out once the U.S. pulls out. Can't live without our colonels. Okay, Maharaj. Okay. You're welcome, Adrian. Is it Boswell? Bonwell? I can't see that very clearly. Also, Colonel, why is this an ongoing subject that people are asking to be addressed where there is smoke? I don't understand what's ongoing subject. Dirk Fenter, thank you. Freaking out is not an option. Surviving is. Keeping your nose clean. Looking forward is taking a breath. Yep. Hey, Joy Scott, Erica, Kai, Tomahawk. Yes, MK is trying to stay relevant. That's exactly what it is. Look, they're in the news now. That's what they wanted. Werner Funderberg. I'm surprised EFF didn't do this. Oh my word! I wish we could get away from South Africa. Says Renee Funsell. I just still observe and wait and gain knowledge. Colonel's absolutely right to stay calm, spare it for when something happens. Exactly. Hey, Christine Livingstone. Thanks for your channel. It gives us hope. On a totally random note, my hubby says your hairstyle and beard looks stylish and well-groomed. Well, thank you for that. They are well-groomed, but I'm going to get a haircut probably this week. Maybe, for sure, maybe next week, but I need a haircut. It's starting to get a little hippie long, and the beard's going to get shorter, too. Husband was hijacked in 2019. Obama's on the radio. Who cares? How did the colonel fit in such a tiny car? Hey, Reg Dodd. Perry Como. Gideon, thanks, Chris, for the information. I will never return. Just sit there. What car do you drive? Looks like a coupe. It is. It's a Chrysler 200. It's a 2015. I bought it new when I came back from Ethiopia. I bought it online, and when I arrived at the airport, I came back from Germany. Went from Ethiopia to Germany for debriefings with the AFRICOM staff. From there, I flew back to Maryland, and when I landed in Maryland, I took the shuttle to my hotel, the Hilton Garden Inn, and then the next morning, the guy from the car dealership came and picked me up, took me to the car dealership, showed me all the functions of the car, sat in on this side, the passenger side, where he showed me everything, and then temporary plates on it, and I drove away from there. I already had insurance on the car, and there you go. I had the car. It was pretty cool. I've had it since then. Yeah, that's what I drive. I also have a Toyota 4Runner V8, 4.7-liter engine, 474 horsepower. Fellow Neanderthals, canines. No hopes for South Africa left. Developed schizophrenia 5 years ago and struggled to find work. Good Lord, I'm sorry to hear that, Star Child. Zuma Islam. Spoke to refugees from Kashmir recently. They're very happy. Kashin. Where's Kashin? And what refugees are you talking about? Good evening, Carlos. Maybe in the wrong place at the wrong time. All one can do now is super vigilant. Exactly. Why are they doing this? Uproar as passes bylaw to regulate private citizens CCTV. Yeah, that ain't going to happen, City of Johannesburg. How's your trip going? You're staying awake, and how far are you from your destination? Well, PK, I only traveled 16 kilometers. It's 16 kilometers to here. That's it. It's not very far. I bought a house relatively close to here. Hello there, Brem. There's a lot of American-made resins and silicons. If Rama keeps poking the bear, I could be in a real pickle. That's true. Hang in there, guys and gals. Hang in there. Everything is still fine, says Play24. Janie took the message out. I saw somewhere Zelensky made a U-turn to kiss the ring. Yep. Supertramp was good. I like Supertramp. Good evening, Gilliam. Somebody's aware of his environment. Yep. Best advertising for Adform ever. Yeah, they're getting a lot of memberships probably. What's your take on the Hawks and other political parties make a case? Well, the Hawks aren't making the case. The case was filed, and the Hawks have no choice but to pursue it. It was MK that filed the case. The Hawks didn't come to this case independently on their own. May I ask my age restrictions for employment? Work hard and somewhere. Kobus, are you talking about in America? What's the age restriction? There's no age restriction. You can work in any age in America. Kissinger worked into his 90s. You can work. There's no age restrictions here. There's a minimum retirement age. What is currently getting to most of us is the uncertainty of what needs to be done. All hopes and dreams of small things like home renovations, further job search in this country has come to halt. Well, and that's exactly right. And but that has nothing to do with Trump or the refugee program. That has everything to do with expropriation. The moment that they said they could expropriate your land without compensation, that just destroyed home prices and home listings Nobody's going to buy anything when it can be taken away from them by politicians at the local level. Expropriation without compensation isn't a national program; it's a national, provincial, and municipal program. So the Nelson Mandela Bay authorities can come and take your home just because they decide to. Do you think President Trump will get involved if they arrest the 40? Oh yeah, I think they will. Oh yeah, I think Trump will definitely have something to say about that. Trump will take that as a personal insult after they came and visited the White House. They didn't meet him, but after they visit his staff, if they get arrested, though, it's going to be Trump is definitely going to have something to say. And then the ANC will invariably say, "Well, this is an eternal matter. You have no business." And see, you were all part of their treason. So it's just a mess. Okay, Zelensky and Starmer already signed a deal for minerals in 17. No, they didn't sign a deal for minerals. The British just gave away $3 billion for nothing. Okay, you're live again. Yes, I am live again. I'm always live at this time of day. Stand up against the ANC. So sent that stolen maize video to. I think it was from TikTok. Yeah, I need to know where it's from. Really can't comment without the efficacy of it. In the Free State, yeah, that would make sense to me. Because I just suggest using government pension money to cover. Exactly. That's why they want expropriation without compensation. Stephanie Hutzemichael, how are you? My favorite surname. Would you say refugees will be placed in groups? No. And for those who remain, I believe there are cells prepped. No, well, I don't. They wouldn't be placed in groups. Why would they be placed in groups? They'll be placed where there's absorptive capacity. What's your opinion of business? They're pretty reliable. I should hope they're pretty reliable. I've been a frequent guest on there, Jane. I'm very reliable. Daniel Filion says, what advice regarding documents, passports, you recommend we can start getting together? Some of these can take up to 8 weeks. Nothing has been released. Well, I mean, generally speaking, you should always have birth certificates, marriage licenses, identity documents, passports, all those things you should have in a safe location, have them all the time. And if you were to be part of a refugee program, if you have those documents, you'd want to have them available. Also, any certificates, transcripts from universities and things like that. What the hell's going on over here now? Okay, good. We're finally getting a kitchen fixed. Yeah, so all those things help. Thank you for the 350 Rand there, Daniel. I really appreciate that. It's very kind of you. That's your 5th super chat on the stream. Thank you. Yeah, so all of those things are things that you're going to want to have. Somebody's alarm is going off. Thanks for everything. You're a light in the dark. Thank you, Vanessa. Okay. Saw a lady earlier get pulled around by a boer bull. The dog was way too large for her to manage. 7 October scenario hangs over us. I don't think so. The difference between 7 October is that Hamas is a terror organization that's well organized, well funded, well equipped, and has a battle plan. If anything were to unfold in South Africa, much more akin to what happened in KZN in July of 2021. Total chaos, which is bad. But if it's disorganized, it takes very little to stop it. People in neighborhoods in Amanzimtoti and throughout Durban and Pinetown were able to stop this nonsense in neighborhoods simply by having a presence of people standing guard at the end of their streets in the neighborhoods with sawhorses and sticks and things like that, and just a presence. They frightened off these people. So it doesn't take a whole lot to stop it. It just has to take will. Going to cash in all this. I'm going to start selling Survive South Africa starter packs. Comes with a bottle of OBS, a solar charger. There's so much division already that I can't see this country coming back. Well, it can. First off, a lot of what you're seeing is simply for the media. I know some people have been insulted and disrespected and treated poorly by government offices and by people at stores and parking lots, and that does happen. Those people will get their comeuppance one day, and they'll wind up in hell. So that'll be a knife existence for them into perpetuity. But it's not as bad as people are making it out to be. It's the press. Of course, my car's left-handed drive, Carlos Putter. We drive on the correct side of the road in America. Like 85% of the planet, we drive on the right-hand side. We overtake. We pass on the left. So yes, it's left-hand drive. Always give yourself. Well, I'm glad I give you hope. That's why you need to arm yourself with love. Well, love isn't going to save you. Hijacked years ago. 5 black people with guns. That's terrible. I didn't know that, Stephanie. If you listen to what the guy was saying, is there a few parties that made the case against them? I don't know what you're talking about. Holden, it's a relatively inexpensive car. This model was $38,000, fully loaded. This is the top end when I got it. I didn't pay $38,000. I paid $28,000. I got it through a buying service. I got a $4,500 one-off discount. I got another discount. And I got a military discount. Altogether, it dropped $10,000 off the price. I paid $28,000. And I just put a little bit down, then made a monthly payment on it. The payment was relatively small, and the interest rate was almost nothing. So, yeah, paid it off in a few years. And it's been free and clear to me for several years. Storm Chaser says, since available, he's ready to get out of here. For now, rural areas in the U.S. are most safe. Urbanites wouldn't dream of driving out to a farm in the woods. Exactly. Find it strange, the no talk covering about the fact that Zelensky twice in the Oval Office the other day called President Trump and J.D. Vance bitch in Ukrainian. I don't speak Ukrainian, Amanda. I heard that he said something that was foul under his language, muttered. I do know that when he said something in Ukrainian, I did see the Ukrainian ambassador to DC do this. She was embarrassed and dropped her head in shame. She couldn't believe what he said. So I don't know. PK says you work too much. Well, somebody's got to pay my bills. It's not free. That sound caught me way off guard. What sound was that? Love talking cars with you, Chris. I'm a car guy. Okay, Johannes. I hope I'm getting enough. I need to get 6 hours, 6-liter V12. That from runner sounds underpowered. It's no, my 4Runner is not underpowered. Also been on the road. Just popped in, like and share. Thank you for that, Transvaal. Eva says, we offer counters in the U.S. In the future should put funds together and get you a proper American muscle car for all you do. Some Cape Tonians think 5 kilometers is far. Well, I can understand that. It takes freaking an hour to travel 3 kilometers. If you're coming in from Blaubergstraat, trying to get into town, it'll take you an hour and a half. Big blower on the hood, the whole works. Okay. Christian ethnic group in the mountains of Burma. That's not the right spelling for the ethnic group. I know who you're talking about now. They go from Thai cramps, okay, to Maryland. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about there. I thought, okay, yeah. Yeah, they're refugees. Then you say they're doing fine. Yep. Send us a pic of your V8. Or my V8's in my garage. Saw your interview with Chris on business. Good one. Thank you, Stephanie. Tucker Carlson. I don't know when the interview is going to be. I can't tell you for that. 480 people currently have 310 likes. Listen, folks, I'm sitting out here in the freezing cold with these stupid glasses on, leaning over, bending my neck, talking into a mobile to share and give you analysis and talk to you about the news. And you can't even hit the like button? Come on. 310 people did it. The rest of you can do it too. How are the prices on Harley Davidsons? They're not cheap. No, I don't have a Harley. I don't drive motorcycles. They're a death wish. If the only thing on the road were motorcycles, I'd have a motorcycle. But the roads are full of cars and drivers that are not paying attention, and I've seen too many people get injured and killed in motorcycles. Since 1994, I battled to find employment due to BE. In 2016, I started looking globally and have been working for a U.S. company remotely since then. Yep, you're one of those people I'm talking about, working remotely. Joe Niemann, South African friend, now living in the USA. She jumped the border from Mexico, got caught, declared herself as a refugee, and is now living happily working in New York. Well, no, she didn't declare herself as a refugee because there are no refugees from South Africa. She must have sought asylum. She may have claimed asylum. And if she claimed asylum, I doubt that her case has come before court. She might very well find herself deported back to South Africa at some point. So she may be happy now, but she may be in for a rude awakening at some point. Treason case brought upon by state. Well, unfortunately, that's not what the news reported. The news reported that MK filed a case of high treason. Yep, that's why I'm saying they have no case. Yep, there was an attack in Germany too. Someone ran over 2 people and killed them with a car, at least 2 people. I couldn't get any more information on it because it broke just before I came here. Yep. Well, the Europeans let all these murderers in their midst. Mexican standoff. What's the age restriction on rocking? An awesome beard. Got a letter from Schwane to revalue my property value 3 times pre-sale. Yeah, they just want to take more money in your pocket. No, they can't. That's why I'm saying their case has legitimacy. It doesn't make any sense. But the media breathlessly reports without asking that question. Get a coffee or 3 for the chilly weather. 100 ZAR. Thank you for that, Etienne Boyson. 100 Rand. That'll give me a coffee. 8 o'clock. It's on. See, it's backed in a corner trying to trump cards just for themselves. I've worked for an employer for more than 10 years now. Couldn't get work, so I started a series of one-man business. Okay. Like the flat is on state-owned. What's this? Holton says, what about the stand-down order delivered to the NSA by the Secretary of Defense? I haven't seen that order. You obviously got more news than I do. Raymond, you're so right. We had some big plans for this year. At the moment, I would rather save my money than spend it on a home in South Africa. Well, that's what most people are doing. In South Africa, if you're 50 plus white male and Afrikaans, you can forget about employment. Yep. Welcome. It's getting hard to see here in this light. Those Brits. Okay. Pretty sure Trump, or at least his advisors, watching what's going on. Yep. I'll sell my business if I can. Okay. We went down from 480 to 448. Is it time for Tucker to come on now? Not yet. People just got bored. Take him around, post a calling the AC Youth League. Yeah, I'm trying to verify that video. I have watched it now, and it's very dangerous, inciting violence. He should be the one charged with treason. Phoenix residents are heroes, yeah, for what they did. Yep, anyone who's willing to work, live smartly becomes moderately wealthy in the USA. Yo, what about my guns? I have no idea what's going to happen to your guns, Cobus. I don't know. Well, of course, the SABC is trying to get them in a trap. They broke into my brother's house today, and he was out, but his girlfriend was home, and they tried her up and stole little food he had, and also did terrible things to her and Bitbug. Oh, dear God. Terrible things. I know what that means. What happens if refugee programs opens and Home Affairs blocks passports? Well, Pete, finally never answered that question when you've been on the program before, so I'm puzzled about why you're asking it. I don't know what happens. This is an unusual situation of in-country refugee status. You're not really refugees. You're just being granted refugee status, even though you're not a refugee. Normally, to be a refugee, you must flee the country and go to a safe haven in another country. So the Trump administration, like the governments before have done for Cuba and for Bosnia and Herzegovina, are going to give you refugee status in country. So what happens? What happens if you can't get a passport? I don't know. Because most refugees don't have passports. They don't have any documents whatsoever except those issued by the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. So I can't tell you, but I would imagine they issue travel documents. But that doesn't answer the question about whether the government would allow you to leave the country without a travel document. So I don't know. It's, you should have a passport. That's all I can tell you. Yeah. Yeah, it does feel more natural, Roger, driving right side. Aaron's was on business. Maybe that's where a bunch of people went to. Yeah, Eric, I saw you sent me that Maze video. Jumbo says, wow. What's wow for? Good day, Hotful Bikers. Worried for Afrikaner safety. The black racists are really angry. Yep, they are. I have to check out that. Ants too. Ants throats. Okay. Best location for storm chasers: Kansas, Nebraska. 28,000 isn't a deal. It's a highway robbery. Yeah, Holden, it was. It's 9 years old, but it was highway robbery. I got a hell of a steal. That was a hell of a steal. No. Yep. Look at this Army officer over here. She's got a Range Rover. Must be nice to be rich. She's also morbidly obese. Maybe she's a civilian. They're in civilian clothes. I can't tell. There's some parties with MK that made the case against after reform. Okay. We have more guns than people in this country. At least 450 million firearms. Yeah, I don't know what you guys keep talking about, this bullshit about deserted towns. What the hell is this deserted towns? Y'all keep telling us fairy tale deserted towns. What is this deserted towns? You watching some freaking special about America? Neighbor robbed, stabbed in his shoulder, face. Jesus. Bought a little Suzuki. No, there are no Chinese cars in America. We don't buy that shit. What's a reasonable salary? Well, that's not a reasonable question to ask, Storm Chase. A reasonable salary for what? Reasonable salary for what? Depends on your skills, your education, your experience, where you work at. I mean, I won't take a job in New York City for less than $300,000 a year. If you want me to work in Manhattan, you're going to have to pay me $300,000 a year or more. I've never made that kind of money in my life. But I know what it costs to live in Manhattan. I'm not going to live like a pauper. I'm not going to make $150,000 a year and live in poverty. So, no, it depends where you're at and what you're doing. Bo Smith gave a 70 rand super chat. First one. Thank you so much for that. Is that your car? No, I don't look comfortable because I'm sitting here sideways with my legs jammed up into my chest and the door in and out. So I'm not comfortable at all. But I can't sit outside. It's freezing. And I can't go in the building because it's a classified building. I can't have a phone in the building. So my phone has to stay either in a locker in the building, which drains the battery because it's constantly trying to connect the network, unless I put it on airplane mode. But then I sometimes forget it when I walk out. So I can't take a phone in the building because it's classified. Can't transmit things in there. The bowling alley is nearby, but it's too loud for me to do a broadcast and I'll disturb people. So in the springtime, when it's warmer, I sit on the picnic table here. Now I usually sit in the car, but I usually sit in the driver's side, but the parking lot was full. There was no parking when I came in this morning, so I had to park at an angle where the frickin' sun is shining in. So if I was facing the other way, you wouldn't be able to see me on the screen because it'd be washed out by the sun. So I had to sit in the passenger side of the car in an awkward angle. So yes, I'm very uncomfortable. I'm very uncomfortable. Thank you for noticing, Adrian. Thank you for the super chat. Bicycle's faster than a car in Cape Town. Yeah, that's true. 39 minutes when Tucker. You guys, thank you for the 14 round, Francois. Thank you for everything. You're welcome. Your glasses are cool. They're reading glasses. They came with a package of 3, so they are kind of cool. They're actually tinted. You can't see that, but they're tinted. Problem is, I need to use them now. So, Moma was retrenched today. Are you serious? I'm so sorry to hear that. So sorry to hear that. 436 likes. That's cool. Okay, Anna Marie now. How's it going? GQ. Coffins on wheels. Slow on the like button. It's okay. Promise. Liking adds to a list permanently. There's no permanent list, crab toes. Get over yourself. No, there's no tracking. Don't worry about that. I look distinguished. Wait for the day you're going to break the internet when you go into Tucker Carlson. Well, wouldn't that be nice? Thank you very much, PK. Motorcycles are awesome. You never feel more alive than riding one. Yeah, that's probably true. No, I'm not going to watch a Tucker live. I have to get back to work. I can only take so long a lunch. So, moving to the USA, says James. Thank you. You become one of my favorite YouTubers, says T-Works. Okay. You're very welcome. Even you make uncomfortable. Yeah, no, I do. My dedication to whatever I put my mind to working, whether it's sports or it's in uniform, it's peacekeeping, it's warfighting, it's analyzing, it's investing, it's informing, whatever I do, I give it my all. We have to deal with steel cables across the road, steel motorcycles. We had a case where a delivery driver was decapitated. Good God. Motorcycle accident in 2009. I hate motorcycles. I'm so sorry to hear that, Garrett. Motorcycles are safer than cars, a lot less accidents. Me and my wife ride both. I don't know that that's true. There's cars are much more prevalent. I have to look at the data on that one. I just know I've seen far too many bad things with motorcycles. Nothing against them. Sharon Cluthy, thank you for the 35 rand super chat. One thing every board can agree on, we could really use some large. No one can see who likes my channel. Your likes can't be seen, folks. Get over that. You're welcome, Whirlwind. Okay, I cannot wait to get to USA. You say it's cold and see the sun shining. Yeah, well, the sun shines in the Arctic. It's cold, Brad. Day in the Maverick today, Representatives Hassan and Coy, including have sent the memorandum to this president. Okay, that's interesting. I'll have to check that out. PK, thank you for 350 rand super sticker. That's freaking awesome. Thank you. Okay, and Trump urging him to take Britain and Portugal. Code 10, gimme. His pension's under government control. Okay. My friend just bought a new F-150. Whoa, that's nice. 5-liter super turbocharged. Okay. It's possible, difficult to import and export guns. Lots of info on the ATF website. Yep, there you go. Check that out. That's good advice there. Greetings, Charles. I mean to ask if it's correct. Upstanding families currently living in the U.S. not feeling threat of being expelled. What are you talking about? I don't understand what that question means. I went read up on about Uncle Chris is correct. Chances are that no passports are needed. That's possible, Bram. I can't guarantee that, but possible. So a lot of patients recovering from head injuries caused by car and bike accidents. Okay. Wow, you guys got a lot of chat in here. MK name and not other parties. My gut is telling me the other parties are, well, those parties won't let their names be held. Okay. A lot of towns in rural America are being depopulated because nobody wants to live in the countryside. Nobody wants to be a farmer. We had that problem in Iowa. So in the 1990s, the Iowa government paid for a fiber optic network to be installed throughout the state to every town. It's called the ICN, the Iowa Community Network. It was fiber optic internet, and it was state of the art and high speed, long before we had high speed internet broadband. That was broadband back then. And I used the ICN in the summer of 1995 to take a graduate course at Iowa State University as I started working there. Yeah, so they were way ahead of time, but they thought that would help keep communities together. It helped, but it wasn't enough. People don't want to live in little towns. They want to be where the action is. Well, mining towns, yes, it happens all over the West. Yep. Arno Flux says, with all the hard work you do sometimes in South Africa, I think we don't deserve it. Well, you're welcome just the same. What's this? Well, there's a reason the towns are deserted. There's nothing there. So you want to occupy them and starve to death, that's on you. Good God, there's a lot of chat here. Retirement age, US, where you're forced to stop? Nope. For the 1,000th time, 4th time in this broadcast, nope. There's no maximum retirement. There's no retirement age. Starbucks is in the building in my carry bag. Dream car is the Audi RS4, but okay, it's still a dream. Dishes, watching Colonel. Amazing how much people are here just to listen to be heard. This takes a toll, but we appreciate you. Yeah, it does take a toll. You're right, Eva, but you're welcome. I was chatting on this channel with Ronaldo. Okay, is Ronaldo here? I didn't see him. Heard he was here early on. Harmonis and Western Cape stop fiber rollouts because people are complaining. It's complaining what? That it's damaging the look of the town. It's underground. People are stupid. Yeah, well, I hear you, but most people are moving towards cities. They don't want to live in small rural towns where there's nothing going on. It's just the way the world is. Urbanization is the norm the world over. It's not unusual at all anywhere. So, all right, cool beans. All right, 432 people here, 472 likes. Can we get the 500? The fact that we get refugee status is well, no, it's not a fact for anything, Jumbo. I don't know who you are. I can't tell if you get refugee status. The program doesn't exist. We're waiting for the word Africana to be defined. So I can't tell you it's a fact. What do you mean it's a fact? Are you asking me, is it factual that there will be a refugee program? Yes, there will be a refugee program, but whether you get it or not, I can't tell you because I don't know your circumstances. I was born in Peru. If I go to the countryside again, I would do it again in a heartbeat. Okay. Oh, Ronaldo's live. Okay. Joy, you shot. You're very welcome. Okay. Well, I can't redirect you guys over to Ronaldo, but some people are signing off. Oh, Miguel, I'm very happy that the Stormers beat the Bulls. I was surprised. I didn't. I actually picked the Bulls in Super Brew. I expect the Stormers to fold up like a cheap tent, but they played with determination. You just said their scrums were bad, but they were giving up 50 kgs, so it was tough to match up when you give up 50 kgs. Yep. Anyway, all right. So I mean, that's kind of where my thoughts were on it. But I didn't have a particularly good Super weekend. I didn't pick the Lions win. I thought the Sharks would win on the road, so I lost that one. But I did pick a few games correctly, so it wasn't my best Super Brew weekend. But we don't always have the best weekends every time. People are going to bed. You're really going to bed before Tucker does his interview? I don't believe any of you are going to bed. How many hours have you spent on us since the refugee order was announced? It's unreal. We do appreciate it. You're very welcome, Jan Fundil. You look tired. I think you need some Boer Cola. Well, they don't make it anymore. You for your time. Well, I've always done on the road. been seeing your content in WhatsApp groups. I am an Afrikaner here on a visa and would very much love to get in contact with you. Well, Mr. Jardan, I'd suggest you send me an email to the email address that's on this channel. If one of my mods could put that up before I break off here. Hendo, could you put the email up? Because I can't do it. I'm on the phone. Yep, for that gentleman. And I'll try to answer email, but please be patient. I can't get to every email all the time, so. But tired of the city, don't miss it much. Yeah, no, I don't like being in the city, but I like being near a city, so just far enough away. What Tucker interview? Tucker Carlson interviewed Ann Sturritz. It's airing at 8 p.m. South African time, apparently. So in a few minutes, it'll be airing. So what time is it now? Let me see. 488 likes. Can't get to 500. So you got 18 minutes now, apparently, for the interview. American man not afraid of the women? I don't know. Some people are wusses. What chip brands you have there? Are you serious, Omegon? Good God, we have all kinds of chip brands. In Pennsylvania, we have local brands. Hers, we have Utz, Hers, we have Snyder's, we have several other ones that I didn't even hear of until recently. No, we have all kinds of chips, crisp brands all over the country. Yep. Watching this immigration lawyer in Georgia trying to learn Afrikaans and cannot find his content. First off, he's in Louisiana, not Georgia, and he is his content is there. It's just private. It's private, SV Analyst. You're talking about Evan Galopter, and Evan has made his content private for now. Okay. Does government weed out criminals in the refugee program? Do they check systems? Well, LSR, again, I don't have time to explain that today. Just please go watch the videos that I produced. There's a video that says background, okay? Screening backgrounds. It's there. I made one on financials available to refugees. I made one on your screening, and I made another one on eligibility to come here. Please go watch the video. It's under the tab. Click on the title for Trump and the U.S. Refugee Program for South Africans, or whatever it's called, something like that. Watch the video. I've already explained this many, many times how it's done, okay? Yes, they will check criminal databases in South Africa. And yes, some people have fraudulent cases in there, but we're not stupid. I was a criminal investigator. I was a counterintelligence agent. We know how to look for bullshit that's in criminal records and tell that people are not actually criminals. So if you got a crime that's in there and you didn't really commit it, then don't lose sleep. You super suggest you should try tennis. That's terrible. That's terrible. Anyway. All right, we all got to go. Sorry, I got to jump up here. I found a YouTube channel by a guy named Don Kronos. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. I have no idea who that is. Never heard of him. You're going to have to bring that up again. Don Kairos. No idea who that is. I seem a little stressed by the fast happenings and non-happenings. I'm not stressed. Where do you get that from? Wow, you guys, I tell you, there's a lot of people that don't know how to read people that watch this program. You really don't know how to read people. The little pussies who run away because, oh, you're yelling at me. Afrikaners are resilient. Oh, he yelled at me. Chris yelled at me. And then people today, you look tired, you look stressed. People tell me I look tired when I'm not tired. That's an insult, not a compliment. Appreciate your concern. But when I'm wide awake and I'm not tired, when I'm yawning, okay, I get that. And then stress, you know what stress is, man. I don't look stressed at all. I don't look stressed at all. You're killing me with that stuff. You're killing me with that. Stressed? I'm actually pretty chill. I'm uncomfortable sitting in this awkward position, but I'm pretty chill. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. It looks like people are banding us in droves now. We got 500 likes. I'm going to wrap it up. Cheers. This morning I was pissed off. Yeah. All right, thanks. Y'all have a good day, and I'll catch you later. See you tonight.